Hello, welcome to Tuesdays with Tony. Today I want to talk about how I manage my time and how to avoid procrastination. So typically the first reaction that I get about my calendar is, whoa, Tony, you need to slow down. You got a lot going on. And believe it or not, I love seeing all that structure because where the eye goes, the mind will follow. So when I plan out my day, I'm actually thinking about what I'm doing, when I'm going to rest, when I need to recover, take breaks, etc. Believe it or not, there is a method to the madness, which I'm going to share. And later in the video, I'm going to give you the 3 things that I find valuable when I set up the calendar the way I have. And thanks to the Flow Research Collective, it really has taken my calendar and put it to another level in terms of peak performance every day. And I'll put a link below for the Performance Neuroscience Coaching Program that I'm in. If you're interested for more details, leave a comment or shoot me an email. So what is this method? And it comes down to this idea of freedom, right? People want this sense of freedom to do what they want to do when they want to do it. They want to be able to express themselves, to be creative, etc. And I'm going to take something that I love from Zig Ziglar, where he says, when you take a train off the tracks, it's free, but it doesn't go anywhere, right? If I take a steering wheel out of the car, it's free, but it doesn't go anywhere, right? So the calendar actually provides structure in the tracks for me to follow throughout the day. So how do I balance working full-time as a quality manager in the aerospace industry, doing my PhD in industrial organization psychology part-time, doing this neuroscience performance coaching program as well, teaching yoga, taking yoga, and on top of that, trying to maintain a social life. So there's a lot of pieces going on, but this calendar provides the tracks, again, for me to follow throughout the day. So let's go back to this classic analogy that maybe some of you have seen before, but I really love it. We have this idea that our day represents this jar, right? We can fill it however we want. And in a given day, the way I set up my calendar is I'm picking really the 2 to 3, sometimes more, items that I want to fit in my day. They're going to represent these big rocks here as I place them into my day and into my calendar. So once I have the big rocks in place, the other thing that I start to think about is everything else, right? The pebbles really represent everything else. My commute, the chores I need to do, whether it be when I take a nap, doing the laundry, cutting the grass, so on and so forth. All right, so as you can see, the day is starting to fill up here. Shake this around. Now on top of that, we have the friction of everyday life. That's going to be the sand here. And sometimes, we get going on our tasks and all of a sudden we hit the red light when we're trying to get through the green light. Maybe we have that coworker that's been annoying us of late, but we have to work through it. Maybe the project is taking longer than we think it should. Maybe there's a relationship problem that we're working through with our significant other or going through something with our family. So the sand really represents the friction, again, of everyday life. And as you can see, it pervades everything that we do, whether it be the big rocks, the little rocks, whatever it may be. However, there is one more piece that I'd like to add to this in that we don't see it on the calendar, but I still think it's important. So in the yoga class, we're always practicing and I'm teaching the importance of breath work, right? So the breath is sort of that gateway to the mind-body connection, and it allows us to be mindful and present. For me, the water really represents simply the breath and the ability to flow throughout the day. So as we start to engage in all these activities, we're using the breath to be mindful, to stay present, regardless of what's happening, right? So as you can see here, the day is pretty full. So I'm going to contrast here the calendar that I used to have versus the one that I've now developed. In that you can see on this side that I've placed all the friction of life and the little rocks first into my day. I used to wake up, check my email, check social media, run around, think I need to do this and that and whatever it needed to be. And then all of a sudden I realized throughout the day, oh crap, I needed to get something done. And then all of a sudden it really didn't fit into my day. So you can see quite a difference when you learn to prioritize the bigger rocks over the smaller rocks in life. So the 3 takeaways that I want to leave you with and for you to think about for your potential calendar and how you think about structuring your day and avoiding procrastination by getting the things done that you want to get done, aka these big rocks. First of all, It's called Calendar Surrender from the Flow Research Collective group, where each night I will sit down and say right before bed, okay, what am I doing tomorrow? What are the 2 to 3, whatever things that I need to get done? And you can see in my calendar how I've scheduled them as such. And then from there, I start to fill in, just like we did this jar, all the other things, right? I put my commute, if I'm gonna listen to an audiobook or music. And one of the things that people might question, why so rigid? So there's a quote that I love from my favorite drummer, Neil Peart, don't leave spontaneity to chance. So when I'm in the car, I still have the option of, okay, do I listen to Spotify? Do I listen to Audible? Or do I just sit in silence and drive and have sort of a meditation? And then the last thing, the third thing that I want to talk about is the idea that, again, whatever we're doing, we can't forget the water. We can't forget being mindful within the task that we're doing. We have to stay focused, and the way we do that, regardless of what we're doing, whether it be the nap, eating lunch, whatever it may be, just that mindful breathing. And with that, I want to remind you that success is not about good luck, it's good skills. So good skills to you, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.